A normal day is like I wake up in the morning and I put on a cup of coffee. Just kind of wake up. Sometimes work, sometimes fun, sometimes friends. Yes, I am a very busy person. I just want to make a difference with my life. You know, I just want to be somebody. We took a drive and I didn't know what was happening, and we showed up at one of his friend's house and they had me go into the other room, and I happened to see and they were giving my dad money for me, and I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, and that's when they all turned on me and my dad held me down and they all raped me. And that was the first time, I guess, that my dad trafficked me, and it crushed me to pieces because is that all I'm worth? I didn't know what to do, so of course I didn't tell anyone because I was too embarrassed, and I didn't even know what to think. I didn't know if I should tell anybody, but what would I tell them?
I said it's like when people take advantage of kids, it's like a puppeteer and a puppet, and a string is a lie, and they can manipulate you, and they create more strings so they can manipulate you. And so over the years, we've slowly had to cut those strings.
You never know who's going to be affected. You think that it's just like in a different world than you, but in reality, it's right around the corner.
We would talk, and I said, just tell me. And I would just say, it's your dad. It has to be your dad. Because we had spent so much time, and I was piecing all of it together, and she said, maybe, yeah, well, but you can't. She was so afraid that she just break into a sweat, and you knew it, and it was just she'd go into a shell and a panic, and it was just trial and error, and so I said, fine, okay, you don't have to tell me, write me a letter when you're ready, and leave it in my door. I won't contact you for the next few days or if you need anything. And then she did. She wrote me a letter, which I kept. And I said, okay. And so I had to build her trust.
I had a friend up here who was trafficked too, and it really helps to be able to talk to each other, just realizing that you're not alone, you know, because so many times you feel like only all this bad stuff happens to you, you know, and that you're just kind of alone in this world and everybody else has the perfect life and that no one else can understand. But just realizing that, you know, no, there are a lot of other girls out there that have been through so much. Yep. The most important people in my life would be my adopted family and some of my close friends. They've helped me through a lot, and they've just kind of shown me that unconditional love and the support. Even when I wasn't lovable, they just kept being there for me.
But it took over 7 years to build that trust and nursed her to health, and gave her room to be angry, room to be hurt, room to get mad at me, which is one of the hardest, I think. Because when you're helping somebody and they snap at you, and that means they're getting well, because she started to stand up for herself. So that was like a victory when the first day she got mad at me about something and didn't just do.
I'm going to do stupid things and they still love me. I'm going to hurt them and they still want me to live here. They say that I'm a part of their family, you know, and a huge thing, even I'm wearing this bracelet right now, and
I came home, my husband had flowers there for me with a cute little note, "Oh, welcome back." And then he had flowers for Rebbeca. And he had done this before, but he had flowers there and wrote her a nice little note, "Love you, Dad." And she went up, I could tell something wasn't quite right, and she went up and took a shower. She came out and she goes, "I think I'm beginning to understand what it's like to be loved." But yeah. You know, that took, you know, just complete unconditional, you know, just real, like, we care for you, we support you, love.
This bracelet, and Levi and Josh, my brothers, wasn't this Christmas, but the Christmas before, they gave this to me, and it's real diamonds.
So we were coming home from a mission trip, she was exhausted, and she's sitting next to Levi, and next thing I look in the mirror, and she's leaning on Levi, and he has her arm around her, and she's sleeping.
And they gave that to me for Christmas, and that was like the most incredible gift, because they didn't want anything in return. They just did that because they loved me. Seeing beauty, like, that was the biggest thing. Like, I remember driving in the van, and everybody else was just kind of in their own little world, you know, reading books and just kind of, I don't know, sleeping, listening to their music, but I was just, my eyes were just looking all around me, because that was the first time I think I'd seen beauty in this world. And I remember getting so emotional over, I don't even know what, but it was just something that clicked. I am Rebecca, and I am a survivor.